My name is Alyssa Villegas. I'm in section 505, Group B of Biology of Animals. And for our oral report, we tested males versus females and predicted who would complete the maze faster. So a little background about the Madagascar hissing cockroach. The Madagascar hissing cockroaches are large wingless cockroaches that cannot fly and are native to Madagascar, which is an island off the coast of East Africa. And the cockroaches can only be found on this island. So if they're brought over here, they're not like found over here. The cockroaches live on the forest floor of Madagascar. In our lab, we gathered male and female cockroaches and combine them into one cage so they can reproduce and mate. So that's how we were able to have different ages and sizes of the cockroaches. Our cockroaches that we used for our lab experiment were 2 to 3 inches in size. So for our hypothesis, we came up with male Madagascar hissing cockroaches will complete a maze faster than female Madagascar hissing cockroaches because of their physical demands associated with being a male Madagascar hissing cockroach. So along with that being said, males tend to be more aggressive than female hissing cockroaches due to their need to compete for a mate. Males also have horns versus females who do not have horns. So with that information, we thought that males would complete the maze faster since they're used to being more aggressive and used to fighting for things. So we thought when they were put in the situation of completing a maze, they would pretty much just go for it because females are more calm and they don't really do much versus males.
Hey y'all, I'm Ian McKay, and today I'm going to talk about the experimental design and our results for our long-term experiment regarding the speed of a male versus female Madagascar hissing cockroach. Our experimental design consisted of just a few materials. We needed a maze, we needed 2 females and 2 males MHCs, and we needed a timer. We would set the cockroach at the beginning of the maze and wait for the roach to reach the end, and we wouldn't start the timer until it started moving towards the end. We did 2 replications each time. We would have done more, but time didn't really permit. We didn't have a ton of time every class. The variables changed were between male and female, and our controlled variable is the stage of life, so they were all adults, the maze, and we also had a carrot at the end of the maze each time they did it. Our results laid out by averages of each week show that the male did perform better, just as our hypothesis predicted. It makes sense because the male have to have more physical attributes and they have to be more physical because they do the fighting and they do a lot of the laboring work. So being that they're faster is not very surprising. And then when you look at it on a graph, this is on a 10 to 15 scale. So it looks like it's very drastic, but it really isn't that much, just a couple seconds. Females in pink, males in blue. This graph also is just another visual to see the comparison between the male and female and how the male did indeed perform better. So these are good results, and I think they're significant results because they follow our hypothesis and show that we were correct with our predictions. That's all I have for you, and I'll pass you on to Bryce.
Hi, I'm Bryce, and I'm going to be covering the discussion and implications portion of our project. Overall, in the end, our results were significant due to a few different factors. 1, our TMP values supported our data in the end. 2, the number of replications we did was consistent with no changes. 3, we used the same species of cockroach, the MHCs, but we did change their sex, which is shown in our replications and trials. 4, we used the same maize, and 5, we used the same food source each time, which was a small piece of carrot. There was a difference in the speed of the male and female completing the maze. This was shown through the averages of both of our roaches, the female being a few seconds shorter than the males. Implications. So overall, our results indicate that the morphology of male Madagascar hissing cockroaches is beneficial for faster speeds, grip on surfaces, etc. According to Durant 2016, males have differences in morphology from females such as mass, pronotal, horn rank, etc. So this would mean that in instances where sexual selection is in play, males spar each other in order to attract mates and to prove that their genes will continue on. So in this instance, males would typically need to be faster whenever they spar. This can be applied to this project in the fact that it would show that males are faster due to that certain morphology difference than females. Males are able to finish the maze faster and did not take as much time to pay attention to the carrot or anything else. They just consistently went through the maze, some faster than others, but in the end, those would be the ones that were not chosen by sexual selection. And here's our works cited. These are all found on Google Scholar, and the authors are